Hey, I'm Conor, that Rum Drinker. Welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, welcome to the channel. So today I'm doing a review of Decorrum. So this is, firstly, a stunning bottle. Like, it's 1920s Art Deco inspired. It's got a nice kind of hefty weight to it. Obviously matte black finish, gold kind of, you know, Art Deco kind of inspired font. I want to say Gothic font maybe. I mean, it's too elegant to be Gothic, but you know what I mean, that kind of like very, I've already left fingerprints on the side. That's going to be a nightmare to keep clean. I feel like it's going to get the nice little rum drop down the side at some point, a bit like the Diplomatico does the exact same. It's a nightmare to keep clean, I find. See, like, background as a photographer, I just spend all my time polishing stuff. Like, really, I should have cleaned that glass a little bit, but hey, we will ignore that and we'll just pretend that's clean. So yeah, this is a really cool rum. So the guys over at Decorrum very kindly gifted me this to kind of, you know, review, see what I think, and yeah, let's take a look. So it is a what's it say on the back here? It's a smooth and sophisticated golden spiced rum which teases the palate with tones of vanilla, rhubarb and honey. So I feel, obviously, we're expecting something quite sweet. I'm quite excited by this. I'm going to pull up the RumX app in a second and we'll take a look at that. But first, what I wanted to do is just quickly call out a couple of little things. So £40 a bottle kind of seems to be the kind of standard price across kind of most of the websites. At the time of filming, we'll add that in, you know, just in case. For any of you guys hopefully watching this in a few years' time, when the channel's hopefully massive, but we'll see. So yeah, so about £40, it's 37.5% ABV, so a little below the 40, kind of, you know, not too low. It's kind of not going into the kind of the really low ABV there, so 37.5. And one thing I love about this is with every bottle you purchase, I seem to be going for all of the charitable rums at the moment, but with every bottle purchased, you adopt a Manchester worker bee, and a really nice attention to detail. You won't be able to see on the back there. But it says, by purchasing this bottle, you've adopted a honeybee called Bellamy, who helped make the honey in Decorrum. I love that. I really want to meet Bellamy. Wicked name. I think it's a really nice attention to detail. So let's decant this into the glass and we will see what we think. I feel like I've only just opened this, so I mean, the smell's coming straight off the bottle. That's lovely. I feel like I'm expecting, I don't know if I'm right, but I'm expecting kind of quite a pinkish rhubarb colour, I guess. So we'll see. I might be completely wrong. It might just be kind of, you know, golden rum, but we'll see. Let's have a look. So I was wrong, for starters. Oh, there's the dreaded drip. We'll just knock that off. There we go. So I was wrong. It is not pink. I don't know why. I heard rhubarb and just assumed. I don't know why. But we'll leave that there. So let's move on to the RumX app now. Okay, so I've got the RumX app in front of me now. So the first thing I need to do is choose a colour. This is a tough one. What would I, it's quite light, obviously, it's a gold rum there. I need to have a piece of white card or something, really. I think I'm going to go, and I hate this already because I don't think I can say this, but I think I'm going to go with Jonqueripe Corn. Probably saying that wrong, but that's the colour I'm going to go with. Maybe it's a bit darker. Maybe it's a bit darker. Maybe it is. No, I'm sticking with it. Jonqueripe Corn. Okay. This is so much more high-tech than it was writing it down. This is so much better. So, on the nose. So there's a really kind of a clove and so really fresh sweetness. Right, let's put clove in. Let's do them as we go. Right, just clove live. Clove, there we go. And it does smell sweet, so I'm going to put, oh, there's a lot of sweets. I'm going to put honey on the sweetness. I feel like honey seems reasonable for kind of what this is. That's, yeah, honey makes sense. Clove, honey. I'm going to go with ginger as well. It's not like a big spice, but like, you know, that kind of like warm, freshly cut ginger. Like when you're grating ginger, yeah, grated. I feel like grated ginger's too specific, but you know, we'll go ginger. Ginger. There we go. Is there anything else? I know it's got rhubarb in, and I wonder if that's swaying me, because I don't know if I'd say rhubarb if I didn't know. Do I even know what rhubarb smells like? I know what it tastes like. Do I know what it smells like? I'm going to put citrus, because I'm getting some citrus fruit. And it is, you know, it is fruity. If I could just put fruity. Oh, I can just put fruity, can't I? I'm going to put fruity, and I'm going to put... Am I going to put citrus now? It's more specific than citrus. I'm going to put rhubarb. I'm assuming that is what I am smelling. Rhubarb makes sense. I can't quite place it, but it feels like it's that kind of sharp. It's not citrusy, it's a sharp fruit. So rhubarb makes sense. So I've got clove, ginger, honey, fruity, and rhubarb on the nose. So let's give it some scores now. So I'm going to give it a 2 out of 5 on the fruit. I think a token 1 on the floral. I'm going to give it 2 on spices because of that cinnamon and the clove. I don't think this is woody. I'm going to give it a... I also don't think it's roasted. So I'm going to leave both those on 0, and round I'm going to put it at a 1. Okay, I'm going to move on to taste it now. Okay, so it's very sweet. Instantly, rhubarb and custard, the sweets, you know, the old-fashioned rhubarb, that is exactly what that tastes like. It's so rich. The rhubarb is so big. It's not dominating, but it's there. Little spice on the finish, but not like a peppery kind of hot. Just a little tingle on the end. I think the honey is making it sweet. I think that's what it is, because it doesn't taste very artificial. It's quite a natural. It tastes very natural, which is obviously nice. You know, I'm not 100% sure. I can't kind of comment on, you know, the flavouring used or if it's artificial and things like that. But I think based on it being Bellamy, the worker bee that's contributed his honey to this, I'm going to assume that this is kind of quite natural flavours. Right. Taste. I'm going to put honey straight off the bat because that is definitely there, and so is the rhubarb. Let's see what else I'm getting. God, it is rhubarb and custard. I don't know what the spice is. maybe it's the clove giving it something, because it's not spicy. It's a little tingly, but I'm gonna go clove on this. This is a particularly hard one. So this hasn't been reviewed on RumX yet. I've just added it to the app, so it wasn't logged in here previously. So I'm going in blind with kind of what other people are saying, things like that. But yeah, I mean, the big flavours there are rhubarb and honey, which really pleasant, really pleasant. It is very sweet. It's probably not one I'd have as a sipping, so I'm going to move on. Once I've done this score, I'm going to move on, maybe just splash it in a cocktail or splash it in a drink. We'll take a look. I think I want to do this with the Hedgerow Stratford sodas. I feel the Hedgerow is going to work with this so nice, with the kind of the berries adding to this kind of rhubarb. I think it's just going to enhance it really, really well. Right, let's give this some scores. I'm going to give it a 4 on sweetness. It's not the sweetest, you know. Yes, it's a spice rum, not a rum, so there's probably that going to come in. And I mean, if we start going on to liqueurs, we're going to be, you know, having to go 6 out of 5 or something on these. But it is very sweet, and the honey naturally sweetens it, kind of on the taste as well as kind of, you know, if it's a bit sweet as well. But fruit, I'm going to give it a 2. Floral, I'm going to leave that at 0. I don't think I'm getting floral. I'm going to give 1 on spice, 1 on the round, and I'm going to leave it on 0 for woody and roasted. I wonder if fruit should... No, fruit's fine. So yeah, so sweetness 4, fruit 2, floral 0, spices 1, woody 0, roasted 0, and round 1. And finally, we're going to give this a score. I'm giving these scores all based on neat sipping, which is a harsh one because this isn't a neat sipping rum in my opinion. I guess there's not many spiced rums that I will sip neat. So that makes it a tough one. Okay, so looking on the radar, it's not poor, it's not drinkable, it's not average. It is a good rum, so I'm going to give this the very bottom of good. I'm going to give it 70 out of 100. I think based on it being, not being a neat sipper, because it is a spiced rum, I don't tend to go for them. It is very sweet, and my palate is on the slightly more, you know, the toned down, the proper rums, so to speak. It's a good rum. It's very nice. I do really like it. It is. I'm going with it. I'm going with 70 out of 100. So putting this into the good region. And let's save. Bang. Okay, so I'm going to cut to a cocktail or something now. Okay, so we've tasted it neat, we've done the RumX score. We're going to move finally on to the Hedgerow Stratford sodas. That's going to be kind of the cocktail or the long drink I'm going to do for this one. So let's upend that. Really like these. No fizz, kind of no unnatural sugar. It all kind of comes from the natural fruits. Wonderful little branded bar blade there. So that's the Hedgerow. Just put a splash of that in. Again, the drip down the bottle. You're gonna have to get some of those like jewellery gloves, I think, to handle this. And we'll just put a little bit in. And see how that works. Oh, that's really nice. The rhubarb still comes through. I think some of the honey sweetness is lost because this is naturally a bit tart. So because of the, what berries have we got in here? Let's say. Blackberry, yes. So that blackberry in there is just a little tart to take away some of the kind of the sweet edge to it. So this makes a really, for my palate, where I don't want something too cloyingly sweet, these work beautifully together. The rhubarb, even on the nose, that still smells like a sweet, like a proper old school sweet. Yeah, that is a bit of me. So that has passed the Stratford soda hedgerow test. I don't think I need to say much more, to be honest. That's fantastic. Cheers. Thanks for watching.